Hello, this is Professor TK the Chemist, and I am going to go over trends of the periodic table and questions that you may see on your TEAS exam for nurses. In order to get started, you needed a copy of the periodic table along with these sets of questions. Are you guys ready? Let's get into it. This first question, as I zoom in, is requesting that you find out the following information. Let me zoom in so you can see. It says, which element is located in group 1 and period 3 of the periodic table? Well, in order to establish group 1 and period 3, you must first know what they mean by groups versus periods. So, in order to identify that, your groups are vertical columns, which is group 1, group 2, groups 3 through 12 are right here, as we call those the transition metals. Groups 13 through 18 are here. Now, when they say periods, periods are horizontal rows. So period 1 begins with hydrogen and it ends with helium. Period 2 begins with lithium and it ends with neon, and so forth. Here's period 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The two periods that were extracted from the periodic table are groups 6 and 7. Now, going back to the question, they ask which element is located in group 1 and period 3. So here we go. Group 1, period 3 gives us sodium. So for number 1, the answer is B, sodium. Next question. Which group of elements is known for being highly reactive and having one valence electron? Now, again, to answer this question, because they said one valence electron, that means the elements that are in group 1. So the elements that are in group 1 are your elements that are highly reactive. So here it is right here. Group 1 are notified as known as the alkali metals. Question 3. Which element is a metalloid located in group 14 and period 2? Group 14, so let's scroll over to group 14. Here we are right here. Here's group 14. And it's also said period 2. So let's zoom out a little bit so we can find period 2. Here's period 2 right here. So as we scroll on over and we stop here, we should end up with carbon. So let's go over to our answer choices, and number 3 is carbon. All right, number 4. Which period on the periodic table contains the elements sodium, magnesium, and aluminum? So when I look at that question and they're saying which period, that means you're gonna go straight across. And they said contains sodium, magnesium, and aluminum. That is period 3. And again, we're going to go back over here and we end up period 3. Now, the next question, question 5. Which group of elements contains elements that are typically inert and do not readily form compounds? All right, so if we go over here and we say inert, we're talking about gases and they do not form compounds. That would be group 18. Group 18 right here, and group 18 are called your noble gases. So let's go back over to our answer choices, and our answer here is letter D. Question number 6 asks us, which of the following elements is an alkaline earth metal? So your alkaline earth metals are located in group 2. Now, again, in order to answer this question, you must first know the names of each of your groups. So let's go ahead and take a moment now to identify the names of each of these groups. So I'm going to zoom out a little, okay? And I'm going to actually give you the names of each group, but let me go ahead and tell you guys the answer for number 6. Again, they're asking you about the elements that are in your alkaline earth metals. So that's group 2. you've got beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium. And if we look at our answer choices over here, the only one that makes sense for number 6 would be beryllium. That's letter B for number 6, beryllium. Now, in group 1, those are called your alkali metals. Group 2, alkaline earth metals. Groups 3 through 12 are your transition metals. Group 13 are your boron families. 14, carbon families. 15, nitrogen family. 16, oxygen family. 17, halogens. And group 18, noble gases. Question 7 asks, which element is in group 17 and period 4? So again, all we have to do is go back and look for group 17, which is right here. And it said period 4. So if I zoom on over here and I stop and merge the two columns together, I'm going to end up with bromine. So if we look at question number 7, and we zoom in a little so you all can see that. For number 7, the correct answer is bromine. Question 8. What property do the elements in group 2 of the periodic table share? So let's find group 2 so we can address this question properly. So here's group 2 right here. The alkaline earth metals. This is group 2. So they want to know, let's go back to the question. What property do the elements in group 2 of the periodic table share? Well, we know that they are not nonmetals, so we're going to put an X by that. They are not gases, which is letter C. They're actually metals. Letter D, they're highly reactive with water. Versus letter B, they have 2 valence electrons. Well, we told you that the elements that are in group 2 have 2 valence electrons. So therefore, that is your answer. For letter D, where it says they are highly reactive with water, actually, that would be group 1 elements being highly reactive with water. Question number 9. Which period contains the elements with atomic numbers 55 through 85? 55 through 85. So we go up here and we find atomic number 55, which is right here, to 85 right there, and that is by period 6. So for question number 9, the correct answer is letter C, period 6. And the last question, which element is in period 5 and has properties similar to sulfur? Period 5 and has properties similar to sulfur. So if we go back up here and we highlight period 5 and it has similar properties to that of sulfur, we're going to find sulfur right there. So that means anything in group 16 would be our answer. It's either oxygen, selenium, tellurium, polonium. So let's see which answer is correct based on the choices that are provided. We have selenium, tellurium, polonium, bismuth. So when they say properties similar to sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, bismuths. Here's selenium right here. And I'm going to highlight that with blue. Here's selenium. It says bismuth also, but bismuth is over here. They said polonium, which is down here. And then they also said tellurium. So how do we figure out the correct answer choice for this question? Let's see. Because this question said period 5, you have to identify the element that's in period 5 also in the same group as sulfur. So in this particular case, the answer has to be tellurium, element Te. And let's check that answer off. And here we are, beryllium. I hope this video has been very helpful to you in terms of knowing how to identify trends of the periodic table within groups, periods, and element properties. Stay tuned for our next video where we get into further discussions using our handy dandy periodic table. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to tell a friend to share, comment, and like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.